What's up guys, Sam Adams here, and we just wrapped up the Xbox Gamescom 2015 conference, which I thought was done extremely well, and it definitely got me excited for the next year in Xbox gaming, and that says a lot, because normally I don't really play that much on Xbox. I'm either on PC or PlayStation 4, and I just kind of have an Xbox for Halo and the other exclusives, and the exclusives definitely came through at this year's Gamescom. But what I really enjoyed about this year's conference is that it pretty much took all of the games that were not talked about at E3 and gave them a little bit more limelight than they would have gotten had they actually shown up at E3. So I went through, I made a list of the things that I thought were the most interesting and the prominent points of the press conference. So just thought I would go ahead and go down the list and show you guys what I thought was interesting. So first off, right out of the gate, Quantum Break really blew me away. I've heard a lot about this game, but I wasn't really sure how it would turn out, and they showed off some gameplay of it, and it looks like these kind of mechanics are going to go really well, and the game actually got a release date of April 5th of next year. So that is, coming. It's kind of on the forefront. It's on the cusp of next year, and so the only thing that worries me about this game is that it seems like whenever the time slows down, that has a pretty good speed bump in the flow of the game, if you know what I'm saying. It'd be like you're shooting stuff, you're really getting into the action, and then all of a sudden there's a glitch in the Matrix, so to speak, and you're just kind of walking around and traversing stuff, kind of having that Uncharted climbing mechanic going on, and I'm not really sure how well that would work. But the game looks beautiful, it looks like it's running really well, and I hope that it does really well on Xbox One, because this is a very strong exclusive for Microsoft to have. These aren't in a particular order, by the way, but Homefront: The Revolution was particularly interesting to me. It took a lot from Medal of Honor Warfighter, I think. It has that kind of look, it has that kind of color scheme, but it looks like it is going to have some innovation that might actually carve out a little niche for itself. The most notable thing is the way that you can customize your weapons on the fly. Your character literally looks at his gun, and you can take off the sight, you can change out the mag, you can put any kind of barrel attachments on it, you can do that all in the game. There's no real menu, so to say. It's just kind of an overlay for your gun, and it's a really great way to kind of maneuver the game. And of course, it looks beautiful. There's an RCXD of sorts that you can go through and blow up different stuff, and it looks like the story's really well done, I suppose is the best way to put it. It's not necessarily your stereotypical first-person shooter, so hopefully that game will pull through, and that should come out sometime next year, unless it gets delayed, which I wouldn't doubt. But 2016 seems to be that kind of year. It's been a long time since the original Homefront, and people have finally forgotten just how bad it was. Next up, I was pretty interested in how far Ark Survival Evolved had come since its beta on the PC. Of course, it's been in beta on Steam for quite a while now. It's kind of carved out a little place for itself on Twitch, where people are always playing Ark, and it looks pretty interesting, and I always thought that it would turn out to be pretty good, but I never imagined it could look as good as it did at Xbox's Gamescom conference. Of course, this game is going to be running on, the supercomputer that Microsoft has built specifically for Ark Survival Evolved. There's nothing else on the HDD, it's just the game itself, and that's okay, because the game looks beautiful, and this is where the conferences can kind of show off how great the games really look in the most, perfect of settings and perfect of environments, I suppose is the best way to put it. But Ark has come a long way, and I really hope this game makes its grand debut on the Xbox One, because it's a unique idea, and uniqueness is kind of something that the gaming industry has been lacking recently, in my personal opinion. For some reason, people are still obsessed with Battletoads, and quite frankly, I don't know why. They made a little cameo in Shovel Knight in one version of the game. I believe it was the Xbox One version of the game. Battletoads is on Rare Replay. It's one of the classic games that I suppose is one of the icons of the gaming industry, but it seems like it's been very prominent in the past year, and so it is now coming to Killer Instinct. You can play as one of the Battletoads from the original game in Killer Instinct Season 3, which is coming in March 2016, but early access or game preview guys on Xbox can actually check out that new DLC character now, but I still don't understand what's the big deal about Battletoads. Can someone tell me? Another cool thing that is going to work with all these games is that now cross-play and cross-buy are kind of crossing over to the Xbox, I guess you could say. I was pretty proud of that little statement. But, yeah, so you can actually cross-buy games. If you buy something on Xbox One, you can play it on Windows 10. Or if you have a game on Xbox One, you can save that game and play it later on your Windows 10 PC. It works across all devices. And that is something that's pretty cool, and it's something that they're kind of taking from PlayStation, that the PlayStation Store has been doing for a long time. And it really is about time, because although PlayStation Vita and PlayStation 4 games can do cross-save stuff, if you really want a full experience, play a game on a computer and then go over to your friend's house or go to your Xbox and play that same game with the same kind of ish graphical quality, and that's where you really get that cross-save, cross-play thing to shine. Backwards compatibility has been a huge part of Xbox's grand scheme of things, I suppose you could say, since E3 of this year. But at Gamescom today, that statement became a reality for me because Games with Gold gives Xbox gamers certain games for free every month. And of course, the Xbox One games are always okay, but it seems like the Xbox 360 games are always a classic, always something that's really good, and the one that really holds the value in my opinion. And it was announced today that every game from here on out is going to be Xbox One backwards compatible. So for instance, this month you would get Metro 2033 on not only the Xbox 360, but Xbox One owners could play that too, and that is a huge thing because there are a lot of awesome games on the Xbox 360 Games with Gold library that I would really love to play, and just the fact that I might have the chance to play those in the future on my Xbox One, that's awesome. Of course, there was some Halo 5 gameplay, and of course there was some talk of Gears of War, but quite frankly what it came down to is that the first-party focus that Microsoft has really been pushing in the past couple of weeks came out in full force at Gamescom, and I think that that's something that's really cool. A couple of honorable mentions is that there is a new keypad coming to the Xbox One controller, which looks to be kind of, I don't know, not gimmicky, but it doesn't look to be the quality that the Xbox One controller really deserves, because if you can't tell, this is a very beautiful controller. It's very sleek, it's very black, you know, it's got that nice sheen to it, but the giant keypad that just locks in right here does not look good, and it definitely won't look good when that Elite controller comes out later this year. Just the colors are going to clash, but of course the functionality is what we all really care about, and the pinnacle of the entire conference is that Halo Wars 2 is coming to Xbox One and Windows 10. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what your favorite piece of news was from this Xbox Gamescom conference. Did you really look forward to that Xbox One keypad or anything else in the conference? Let me know down in the comments section below. And of course, if you are new to the channel or you've never seen any of my other content, I upload new stuff like 4 or 5 days a week, so there's always something new on the channel when you come by to watch some videos. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace, and enjoy the rest of the news that's coming out of Gamescom this week.